In the very beginning of his apostolic exhortation, Joy of the Gospel, Pope Francis exhorts the whole Church to go forth with a new missionary zeal. He states, "I dream of a mission option, a missionary impulse capable of transforming everything." He quotes Pope John Paul II, "All renewal in the Church must have mission as its goal if it is not to fall prey to a kind of ecclesial introversion." The Second Vatican Council notes in the Decree Agentis, "The Pilgrim Church is missionary by her very nature, since it is from the mission of the Son and the mission of the Holy Spirit that she draws her origin in accordance with the decree of God the Father." Being essentially missionary means that in her makeup she possesses a dynamism that concretely unfolds in preaching the gospel, in spreading the faith, and in calling to conversion. In his apostolic exhortation, Pope Francis focuses on the core of our baptismal response when he states, "We are asked to obey Jesus' call to go forth from our own comfort zone in order to reach all the peripheries in need of the light of the gospel." He tells priests that they must go out of themselves, lest they gradually become intermediaries or managers. He asks them to be shepherds with the smell of the sheep. Reflecting on the 2007 Latin American Bishops' Conference in Aparecida, Brazil, he says, "We cannot passively and calmly wait in our church buildings. We need to move from pastoral ministry of mere conservation to a decidedly missionary pastoral ministry." In virtue of their baptism, all members of the people of God have become missionary disciples. The Church herself is a missionary disciple. There are a number of places in the exhortation that Pope Francis wants us to understand the core of the gospel. He says, pastoral ministry in a missionary style is not obsessed with the disjointed transmission of a multitude of doctrines to be instantly imposed. Rather, the message has to concentrate on the essentials, on what is most beautiful, most grand, most appealing. In the basic core, what shines forth is the beauty of the saving love of God made manifest in Jesus Christ. Pope Francis makes it clear that the Church has to go forth to everyone without exception. Today and always, the poor are the privileged recipients of the gospel. We have to state, without mincing words, that there is an inseparable bond between our faith and the poor. May we never abandon them. From many sources, we are being called to understand that mission is more about being with rather than doing for. This can be a challenge because we are so accustomed to thinking that helping people is only giving to them or doing something for them. Pope Francis says differently. The Church will have to initiate everyone, priests, religious, and laity, into the art of accompaniment, which teaches us to remove our sandals before the sacred ground of the other.